video is kind of hard for me to make because basically I'm admitting that I messed up. I didn't successfully harvest a deer, but I've bow hunted probably 40 years, killed maybe 150 deer with my bow, and most of them I recover, but there's a couple of them that I didn't, and that happens if you hunt enough. So basically I'm going to show you what happened and where I went wrong, what I should have done, and maybe it'll help you recover your deer or make a better shot next time you go bow hunting. This is the first week of the season. It's mid-September and it's pretty warm out. It's about 80 degrees, and I'm watching 3 bucks here in front of me. I'm waiting on my target buck, which enters here from the right. It's a long beamed 8-pointer, and he comes moving on in. And he turns and faces me, which I'm not going to take that shot. So I had to wait a while for him to turn and give me a broadside, or at least a better angle. Here's a trail camera picture taken at this same time that I'm watching him, and I'm still waiting for him to turn, and eventually he does. He kind of turns to my left here and gives me somewhat of a broadside. He's still kind of slightly quartering to me, but it looks broadside enough for me to decide to take the shot. Keep in mind that the camera angle is not necessarily what I'm seeing because I'm up to the left of it. So I'm getting ready to take the shot here. And it's a complete miss. Now I'll show you the replay and you can see where the arrow hit these branches up to the upper left. And the arrow landed safely beyond him. So obviously that's my fault for not checking out the arrow path and hitting the branches. But the buck ran off and then just a short distance, then came circling back around. So I saw my chance to get another shot coming. He circles around somewhat to my right and slowly eases his way back in. So he circles back around and he's about 25 yards out and he's somewhat broadside like before, but slightly quartering to me, and I decided to take the shot here. And I draw back and hold the pin on the middle of his shoulder. The buck dropped at the shot, so I ended up hitting him high, and he turned, and I think I hit him at an angle, and the arrow stuck in him as he ran off and stuck out a good bit. So here's the replay. You can see where he drops right here, and because of the lighted knock you could see it was sticking out a good bit, maybe 2/3 of the arrow. So here are some still shots of what happened. You can see the arrow coming right towards him. He ducks down at the last second, and he actually turns here to run, and the arrow seems to hit him at an angle. He turns to run off, and as he goes, you can see the arrow sticking out of him maybe 2/3 of the way. I use a pretty heavy arrow with a fixed broadhead, and we looked for blood, sign, and we never found anything. I'm pretty sure he survived. 2 days later, I'm hunting a different spot. I'm in a elevated blind looking over a little food plot area and a feeder, and I had a doe and 2 smaller ones come in. So I'm watching them, waiting for a shot. I'm waiting for a broadside shot. They're all kind of bunched up here. And then the 2 smaller ones start frolicking around till finally the mature doe, she cuts off to the right, to the side, and gives me a broadside shot. So here she is broadside, about 15 yards, no deer around her. So I draw back from a seated position, put the pin on her shoulder and I fire. So is that a dead deer? Well, let's take a look at the replay. There she is standing there, and I shoot, and she ducks down right here, whirls, and runs away. So here's some still shots. There she is standing there. You can see the arrow streak coming, and next shot, the arrow looks like it's going to be right over her back, and it barely hits the top of her, and I think I just got backstrap. It went through and got meat, had a little bit of specks of meat on the arrow, and that was all we saw. We didn't find any blood or any sign. So how did I miss those deer? Well, the first shot, obviously I got to pick a clear path for the arrow to get to the deer, and the other two, the deer clearly ducked at the shot. I need to aim probably lower, or pick deer that aren't quite as jumpy or more broadside. But I also went back to some different kind of arrows. I put some tack vanes on. They're supposed to be a lot quieter.
So how many, it helps me know for sure.
And so hopefully my deer season the rest of the year will be more successful, and I'll hit the deer and not hit high or hit over them. So good luck to you this hunting season, and hopefully we'll have some more red arrows and some harvested deer.